You have tuned into this video because you are getting ready to start a YouTube channel. Or you already have a YouTube channel and you're a newbie like me and you want some validation on your analytics to see if you're on the right track. And I'm going to give it to you. I have been on YouTube for exactly 30 days. I've uploaded 12 long-form videos, and I feel like by now I have a good grasp of being a newbie on YouTube. I made this video specifically so I can help somebody who's also curious about starting a channel. I just went through it. I'm brand new. I've been on the platform for 1 month. So I feel like I have a really good idea of the questions that I asked myself over the last 30 days, and I'm going to share them with you. The 3 biggest takeaways. It's short and sweet, but I do think that they're important, and no one on YouTube that I could see is talking about it. Okay, the first one, niching down. You'll hear that a lot. You'll hear a lot of YouTubers talk about niche. Niche. It's the single most used word when describing your YouTube journey or what you should be doing or the top tip. But what they're not really talking about is niching down. For myself, I am still working on the whole niching down thing. But what it means is when you have a niche like cooking or fitness, if you can niche down into something even more specific, so fitness for ages under X, or for fitness over ages X, over 50, over 60, cooking, 5 ingredients or less, 5 ingredients or more, 30 minutes or less. It really helps narrow down that content. It provides the viewer value and they know what they're going to watch when they subscribe to your channel. And it also provides you value because you know what to make and when to make it and what should be included in the videos that you put out to your audience. Like I said, I'm still niching down myself. I'm still trying to find my footing and find kind of where I belong on the YouTube journey. When I first started my channel, I didn't really have a clear-cut idea of what I wanted to do. I don't really have a sense of direction. And had I given it a little bit more thought before uploading my first video, I might have a clearer picture. Right now, if people wanted to follow me, it would be for lifestyle and vlogging and camping and decluttering, and there's a whole bunch of different things that I'm doing right now. And I think in the long term, it's easier just to zero in on one thing. If you're watching this video right now and you're like, wow, this is really great information, this is very helpful for me, and then you subscribe to my channel but I'm posting cooking videos and you're like, okay, wait, she did a video that one time on YouTube about starting a channel and now I'm presenting you with cooking, you're not going to click into those videos because they're not going to be your thing. That's not why you agreed to subscribe. You expected certain content, and if they're not delivering that, that's going to skew everything. So I think by niching down, it does really help pinpoint, and people know, they know the agreement. They know what you're going to create and they know what they're going to watch. So my next one is creating a channel and creating videos are very different. I find when I was researching creating a channel on YouTube, a lot of people weren't talking about the amount of time it goes to invest in yourself and in your content. And by that, I mean you create your channel. You have kind of a mission statement in your head. You have an idea of what you want to do. You have ideas of videos you want to make. And then that's fine. The time comes to execute that. So now you've just spent all this time creating your banner, creating your profile picture, creating your description if you have one, and now you have to move on to the actual video. Well, for myself, I spend so much time developing my channel, my graphics, my profile photo, my description, my who I wanted, all of this stuff as far as just the fluff, that when it came time to make the videos, although I was excited and I was gung-ho, I was less inspired in the sense of it's a lot of work. Not only now for the first time ever did I have to sit in front of a camera and try to have a conversation with seemingly no one, but then you also have to edit that. You have to do trial and error. You have to upload it to YouTube. You have to create all the different elements that go into uploading the video, such as the description, the end screen, all of these different things, and it just became a lot. And I think that's something that I severely underestimated when opening or starting a channel was the amount of work. And I'm not saying I don't like the work, because I do. I think you know what you're getting yourself into when you take on a project like this. But what I wasn't realizing is the fluff I can do that later. The most important thing is creating quality content that's engaging, exciting to watch, people want it. And I think that that's where it differed a little bit for me. I think if I could redo it, what I would do is I would take a week or so, make my banner, make my profile photo, do some video planning, and just relax and chill. But all too often we're excited about things and we jump in with both feet forward. And I think that was my problem. I think having a little bit more time to just focus in on that stuff and relax, and then film a few videos, get used to being in front of the camera, talk to the camera, record myself, do some research. How do people use whatever program you decide to edit your videos in? All of these different things. I could have had like a little thing going on the side in the sense of a few videos to upload that I didn't have to edit right away, and I could be kind of 1 foot forward the whole time. In my case, I went full throttle, and it ended up being a little bit overwhelming. I felt like I had a really aggressive schedule of 2 videos a week to be uploaded. And while it was fun and I still am enjoying it, it really opens your eyes that, hey, this is like a full-time job. So just slowing down and realizing that creating a channel is different than the videos. They're 2 separate things. So last but not least, consistency is key, but it's not the key. All too often in life, we're so focused on routine and go, and following a strict schedule. And for some of us, that works really well. On YouTube, it's a little bit different because although you want to be consistent, now's the time to feel out different niches, find out different filming styles, different editing styles. Where do you belong? What's your zhuzh? And I think that that's the biggest takeaway for me is if I'm so focused on what I deem to be pretty aggressive for a newbie of 2 videos per week, if I'm focused on the routine so much that I'm kind of slacking or pulling back a little bit of the quality or engagement or topics because I just got to get a video out, then what's the point? What's the point in putting out a product that I'm A, not proud of, or B, will eventually just get discouraged by because I feel like no one's watching? Ultimately, right now, if you're new on YouTube and have, not a whole big following or a lot of views coming in all at once, now's the time to change the niche, try new things, try new editing styles, skip the upload date, maybe change your upload date. There are no rules. So when it comes to consistency, yes, it's important, but it's not the only thing. And I think that's the biggest thing. By people on YouTube, kind of make it sound like if you're not consistent, it's not going to work out for you. And I don't think that that's entirely true. So far, I've been sticking with my schedule, but I'm not going to feel bad if I can't make an upload date. Okay, so the other thing that I ran into on the internet while looking and trying to compare myself, which I know you're not supposed to do, but compare myself to other people that have new channels, and are we in the same boat? Am I even close to where I should be? Although it's impossible to tell because we all have different niches, we all have different vibes going on, I'm going to give you my analytics after 30 days, and just so you can have a baseline of maybe where you should be, or I'm not saying that I'm where you should be, but it just helps compare you to somebody else who is a new YouTuber. Okay, so my analytics. This one is kind of, I want to say discouraging to say, but I hope it helps somebody. I hope somebody's watching this right now and they're like, great, I need analytics to compare myself to. So keep in mind, this is probably around the 30-day mark. I've been on YouTube for a total of 35 days by the time you see this. So this will be at the 30-day mark, okay? So I have about 9,400 views, which I was pretty happy with that. I have about 133 watch hours, and my CTR, or click-through rate, which is basically when people see my video, if they click on it, so impressions. When people see my video, impressions, they're clicking on it, click-through rate is 2.3, which from my research, it looks like anywhere between 2 and 5% is kind of where you want to be. So I'm on the lower end, and I'm working on it. I think when you start out, it's really discouraging to see the low views. You feel like no one's watching, and I just want to reassure you that you are not alone, and we're all in the same boat. Like, picture a boat, and we're just all in it. It's one of the single most discouraging things, I think. When you post a video that you're really excited for, you put a lot of effort into it, you're like, yes, this is it, this is gonna be so great, everyone's gonna love this, and then they just don't. But that being said, it gives you room for improvement. It gives you room for something, and someone somewhere someday will watch you. And if nothing else, you'll have a video that at some point somebody will open and be like, wow, they've been on here for so long and they have a following and a community and all of these really great things, and you'll know where you started. And I think that's the biggest takeaway, is when we talk about consistency, like I mentioned earlier on, just be true to yourself, be genuine, it will come. And with the consistency, I think that doesn't necessarily mean like a daily schedule. It just means just show up. It doesn't matter when you show up, just show up. Because I think there was some crazy stat that I read. I want to say there's 100 million creators on YouTube. You know, that's a lot of creators. That's a lot of content. That's a lot of exciting things to watch and learn and see. So if you're 1 in 100 million, but you even have a little tiny community of people that are there just for you, that's pretty special. And that's what you have to remember. So if I only have, X amount of subscribers, that's okay, because they're there to watch me. Out of all the videos that they could be watching right now, they chose to spend their time with me. And I think that that's the most important takeaway from this, is there is a community out there for you. You just have to find them. And to circle back, by niching down, that will allow you to do so. So I hope you found value in this. Comment below if you have any other questions about my beginnings that I can answer. I'm pretty open, so any questions you have about any of my analytics, what equipment I'm using, what kind of things I'm doing outside of the channel versus should you be doing like affiliate links or any of that stuff. Any questions, comment below. Are you a new channel? If you are, drop it below as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.